Should we cheers?
Yeah, let's cheers. Cheers.
Okay, cheers to what? 9/11?
Right off the bat, eh?
Coming down to the wire, epicenters ended, Rick Strike is coming up on the end zone.
Flair did it different.
Legendary! Legendary!
Therefore, down to the wire means the very last possible moment or to the very end.
Cheers.
Oh,
You have to make eye contact while sipping or else you have 7 years of bad sex.
it's my dad says.
Why did you ask me to be on here today?
You're my new neighbor, dude.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We should have cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, cheers again.
Neighbor. You're going to be like my Kramer, dude. Except I like how you knock before you come in.
Most people don't?
No, Mike doesn't knock. Our other neighbor upstairs, he just storms in and yells at us mid-podcast.
That would add to the aura of this episode.
Did you plan to wear that Osama shirt on 9/11? This was recorded on 9/11, but
I was planning on wearing this before I knew it was 9/11, and then Katie said something about 9/11, and then I was like, and I looked down at my shirt and went, oh, boing. This is difficult. Okay, should we get into the news? Should I pull up my own news stories?
are we getting right into the news?
I don't know.
I thought we were going to
It's
talk
your
for a
podcast,
bit.
not mine.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Just taking control like that?
Sorry, I do
It's a
that.
fucking nerve on this
I
girl.
have to talk to my therapist about it. Yeah, we've been working through it.
You and your therapist?
Yeah.
What's the last thing you guys talked about in therapy?
Values.
Yeah?
I told her I didn't know what my values were.
It's a strong start to it. Hi, how are you?
And she made me fill out a worksheet. And then,
She made you do homework.
yeah. And then I ghosted her.
How much she charging you?
$150 a session. And then I ghosted her.
Damn. And you
He's-
ghosted her.
Yeah. I've ghosted 2 therapists in my life.
Why do you do that, do you think?
The first
Does it
one,
make you feel better?
it's an Irish exit.
You Irish goodbye to your therapist?
Yeah. My first therapist, I ghosted because she told me she missed the old me.
What? What the fuck?
I'm sweating. My second therapist, I ghosted because she cured me. So I didn't need her anymore.
Okay, going back to the first one. What changed?
I was just a bit depressed. Like, I just wasn't like silly goofy. I was real.
The old you was silly goofy,
Yeah.
and the new you was depressed.
Yeah.
And your therapist was upset with that.
Yeah.
I thought that's like a therapist's dream.
Yeah. No.
Don't you want the
I
depressed
think
ones?
she wanted me to therapize her. I learned a lot about her.
Who was your therapist? Was it a...
Where did you meet this?
Yeah, was it a...
I met him over on Bank Street, like late at night. He's wearing very ragged clothing.
Oh, Jim. Yeah. Yeah.
He had a bottle of bourbon.
What's my therapist doing?
Dude, one time at when we had our student house, our friend, when we left the bars, he started talking to one of the homeless guys, and to the point where like he wasn't coming in the Uber, so we just left him back with the homeless dude. And then an hour later, he showed up to our house with the homeless guy in our house.
And did you just vibe together? Did you let him in?
No, so he brought one of his friends.
The
So
The
it was-
homeless guy brought a plus
so
one?
there's 2 homeless guys, and we had a spare room in our house. So we did Hobo Fight Club,
No.
and then the winner got to keep the room for the night.
Wow, without me?
So Emma is the one behind all of our logos. So if you guys everyone's always asking, these logos look sick. Who makes them?
No, I'm not. No, I don't. He's lying. He's lying to you.
Really weird to come on somebody's podcast and gaslight them to their face. Really straight. There's stickers that you designed behind you.
That sticker right there.
That's
you did.
No, I
of you.
didn't. No, I
That's-
didn't.
That's
No, I didn't.
That's a drawing of you that you made.
No, I didn't do that. This is just like therapy.
I miss the old Emma, dude. This Emma sucks. Pre-pod
No, I
Emma's
did.
way better.
I
Pod.
did. I I did. I've been working with you guys for like 2 years now, maybe more.
Yeah.
The first thing we made was this guy. That was like the merch.
Yeah, and then we
And
have
it's-
some stuff that's not out yet. I'm excited for.
I also made the... Like what?
He hasn't asked you yet.
The Thanks, Coleman. The
My mom poops?
the McDonald's shirt. Yeah.
You're so right.
Yeah, that hasn't come out yet.
Also the My Mom Poops shirt. You should bring that
Yeah, we
back.
put that one on the back burner. It's just a shirt with plain text. I think it's like Arial font. It just says "My mom poops."
I spent a lot of time on that
$800 on this one.
one. Going rate. But I would say let's talk to Knife Circus. Just make like 10 of them.
10 what?
My Mom Poop shirts.
See, I don't know if those will sell, man.
One. We have customers in the audience right now.
No one in this room is buying a "My mom poops" shirt. They're gonna ask for it for free because that's what friends do.
I'll buy all 10 of them, and then I'll give it to my homeless therapist network, and then we'll do a little down of the wire
Benedict
photo
Cumberbatch.
shoot. Yeah. Oh, was that a comeback?
No, Benedict Cumberbatch and Sherlock.
Yeah. Did he do that?
His homeless network. That's like his thing.
One of my friends spoke to me about a homeless network, and I thought he came up with that himself.
He's a fucking fraud.
I have another idea for a network.
Mm.
It's the Baby Fulfillment Network.
What?
Have you ever felt unfulfilled in your mid-20s, but you're not ready to fully commit to a child?
Never. But okay.
Now you can rent a child who is without
real one.
Yeah, who is without a home, whose parents don't want him anymore. And then when you're done with him, you pass him on to the next mid-20-year-old who is unfulfilled. And then you get the child, you take care of it, you become fulfilled, you keep it if you want, or you pass it on to the next person. And the child gets to be raised by people who actually care about it because you like really want the baby.
Just for short spurts at a time, though.
It's like fostering.
You
Is
just
it like
invented the foster care system, which like doesn't work. It sucks for a reason.
You suck.
Are you still in therapy? No. Yeah, I could tell. That's kind of concerning. The hobo fight club thing was a joke. Like that didn't happen, but this is real.
I'm starting to sweat.
You want to turn the fan on?
Yeah.
You want to fan out for like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will it destroy the noise? Will it be
Yeah, it'll
bad?
kill the show completely.
Oh, fuck. Okay, let's keep
Yeah.
going. I'll just start stripping.
Anything to get you out of that shirt, for sure.
Oh my god.
How's this going so far? Should we restart?
Do you want to? We can restart.
I don't want to restart.
No, you're clearly uncomfortable.
I don't know.
You're back on the Jewel, eh?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was my first introduction to nicotine. I was very anti-cigarette growing up because my dad was addicted to cigarettes and I thought it was going to kill him. And I was receiving a lot of like anti-cigarette propaganda in school and then coming home and seeing him smoking cigarettes and I was like very caught between two rocks. And then
Between a rock and a hard place.
between
Yeah.
a rock and a hard
Yeah, we can work on your idioms. It's okay.
I've been trying to work on talking better recently. Anyways, so yeah, my Jewel, I don't know, it like drew me in like 2018 because it was so beautiful. And
It's
I got-
sleek. It looks
it
like
was-
Apple made it.
Exactly.
You know?
It was so modern and
Everyone was
clean.
doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody was doing it. And then I've been just alternating between different forms of nicotine intake since then.
But not cigarettes?
Cigarettes when I'm drunk or driving down a country road.
City roads, Jewel.
Yeah, exactly.
Country roads,
Acoustic Jewel.
cigarettes.
Yeah. Cigarettes are the acoustic Jewel. Let me say that one more time.
The acoustic. How often do you find yourself driving down a country road?
So far this summer, probably twice.
Twice?
And I think we were smoking cigarettes both ways.
Nice.
Yeah.
Both ways, like filter side?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I would light both ends and then smoke it from the middle.
That's my favorite way to do it.
And so then I was on Swedish nicotine, which was snus. It's like little pouches that you put in your mouth. I would order that from Sweden. I was also on nicotine patches for a little bit.
You're on Nicorette too.
And Nicorette, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just alternate once I start feeling the side effects of whatever I'm...
Just to feel something, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just like...
Was this pre or post therapy? Or during?
Throughout. It's just been a consistent in my life. Consistent variable. Patches I didn't like.
You tried the patch?
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to help you quit.
Yeah, but it made me like...
You used it to just get a head rush?
I was trying to quit, but it did give me a head rush. So then I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Why would I quit?
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Is awesome.
Yeah. But they would leave like marks on me because you're not supposed to put nicotine in your body at all.
Really?
That's why everything comes with side effects. That's why it's never like, oh my God, this is awesome. Like,
yeah. So, okay, why you're clearly a character.
No.
Why are you? Like, what happened?
It all started when I was an accident.
Like, you weren't supposed to be born?
No.
No? What happened?
I don't know. My parents were loving each other. Can we cut that? They just loved each other.
Do you have
Can we
siblings?
cut that? No.
So they just didn't want kids.
Yeah, after
And
they
then you
had me,
popped
they
out.
were like, "That's
Imagine
enough."
not wanting having kids and then this is what you get as a kid.
No, they saw me and they were like, "That's enough."
Interesting.
No, but
you
they
know,
just
people always like feel like, "Oh, it's a shame you're an accident," but I think that's awesome because accidents, like, dude,
know.
they probably did everything they could to not have you, but you just fucking fought
exactly.
through.
And they couldn't Command Z it, like they couldn't undo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Graphic designer, I like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
A little reference.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know I'm a graphic designer?
Yeah, dude, you make our logo.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You made our logo.
That's so weird that you think that. That's
I paid you and then you paid someone else.
Yeah.
And then you take... Dude, is that how you operate?
Yeah, I go to Fiverr.com anytime somebody commissions me, and then I get a really awesome guy in Burkina Faso to make everything for me.
That's actually big brain.
Yeah,
I like that.
I know.
I feel like you have the same disease that Joaquin Phoenix had in The Joker.
Did you say Yaqueen?
Joaquin? Joaquin?
Not even close.
Joaquin?
Don't compare me to
Joaquin.
the Joker.
Like when he's going through pain, he just laughs.
I'm really chill.
Scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable are you right now?
I think it's just the temperature in here.
Yeah, it's
I
warm.
think it's very Eric Andre show of you.
We did it on purpose.
Yeah, it's working. But yeah, I don't know. I get a little bit camera shy, I think.
You always have a camera in your face, though. Like your Instagram story is little dots.
Yeah.
It's like an
Boyfriend's
hour
a
worth of
videographer.
You have an OnlyFans.
Don't bring that up.
We have a company
public.
account.
It's not Down to the Wire Studio. It's a brand.
Sign for our Patreon to see Emma's feet.
Yeah.
Exclusive content on the
To
way.
see my chair stains after I stand up.
Oh god. Gross.
Dude, your chair looks like a fucking rowing chair or fucking bench press.
It's so hot in here. People don't know that. People need to know about that. Anyways, I was lying when I said I didn't do your graphic design. I do.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, straight from here.
You're good at it. Like on a
Thank
real
you.
note, you're really good at
Thank
it. You're
you.
sick. Everyone always compliments their
Thank
shit.
you.
When they
I
see
really
it.
like doing it. And I felt like you guys had a very cool vibe. Like, always. And I felt like I could always sense that. And also, I found out about you guys before Coleman reached out to me. And I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Down to the Wire is so cool.
You knew about us?
Mhm.
How?
Instagram.
Oh.
I'm on the internet a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's weird now is like I keep forgetting that people can see this. Like I'll be at home at a family function and my cousin that's like 13 years old, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I see your videos on my For You page."
Oh, that's so cute.
And I'm like, "Oh fuck."
That's really precious.
It's weird though, because you know you have like a different voice when you're around your family. Not like the way you sound, but like the way you
Hello,
act.
family.
The codes.
Christ. You act different.
Code switch. You code switch. Right?
Yeah. You definitely don't.
No, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get pretty shy around my family. I don't know why.
Like this podcast. Do you feel like you're talking to your dad right now?
Kinda. But I don't know. There are a lot of languages spoken in my family, and I'm the only person who speaks like English as their first language.
Oh, like they talk shit about you in like what, Turkish?
Yeah, exactly. Turkish and French.
You're the only Turkish person I know. Like I didn't actually think that place existed, and then I met you, and I was like, "Oh shit."
No, it's not real. It's actually the funniest country in the whole planet, in my opinion.
Yeah, why?
Because I brought this up a few years ago here, but there are like two funny news stories that I really like about Turkey. Number one, when they changed their time zones without like informing all of their citizens. So then there was this news story where it was like, nobody knows what time it is in Turkey. And like all the news articles were like, what time is it in Turkey? And I just thought that was so funny.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and then another one
like
was,
that.
which I think you covered this one. It was a man joins his own manhunt. Like a man went missing. and then a manhunt happened.
We did that. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was like, I read that. I was like, that's like every day in Turkey.
You've been?
Yeah, that's just the vibe.
Because everyone's calling out manhunts and joining them.
No one knows what's going on over there.
I like it.
I think that's why I'm the way that I am. To circle back to why you when you asked that.
Yeah, I think I know less about you after having you on the show.
We've known each other for years now. And you're like,
I know nothing about you. You
I'm
like
like
getting
the
head
Joker.
rushes? And that's it. That's all I know about you. You like good head buzz.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you want to get into the news?
No.
No? All right. We'll hold off on Backpage News.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Why are you the way that you are?
What do you mean?
Like,
How am I to you?
That's
I
classic.
think
He just turns it around on you, eh?
that was crazy.
I'm a fucking spin artist.
I'm gonna make like
Fucking Joker, dude. You are the Joker.
No, I think you're a very well-spoken, comfortable character. I was talking to Katie about this actually. She's
Why
not
are you so uncomfortable right now?
because
There's 5 people watching you.
because it's really sweaty.
Yeah, but
Okay, you're right. That's a cop out.
you're kind of like, I don't mean like,
I think
no
I just don't know
offense
what to
at all,
talk about.
but you're like a greasy person, but like in
Yeah.
a good way.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So like, I feel like
Yep.
sweat bothers you. One time she came here and
I did what here? Don't tell people I did that here.
one of the times when Emma
Not
came
just
here,
once.
one time you came, I think we were talking about a design we wanted to do. I think it was our Down on the Beat design. And you just came from a water park like 3 hours prior. And you just showed up and you didn't shower after going to the water park. And
No,
your
it was
hair
the next day. It was the next day, but I still.
So the day before you went to a water park, next day you came
Yeah.
here and your hair still had the smell of like baby's feet and urine and little sweat bothers you.
I don't like. You're right.
Yeah, it's all
You're
good.
right. It's sorry.
It's all good.
I don't like showering. If
No?
it were up to me.
How many times you shower a week?
Now it's gotten better because I have a
You're like
boyfriend.
what, up to 3?
Yeah, probably 3, maybe 4 even. When it's
That's
summer-
almost too much.
Yeah, when it's summertime, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 even. I have done that and it felt really good. I can see why people shower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It's healthy.
Yeah. Anytime I do something like shower or like do my dishes, I'm like, has anybody heard of this thing? Like, why don't we talk about this more often? Like,
You seem like a bath girl.
Yeah, I like a good bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not even just like to relax. Like that's how
I
you
think
clean
I'm just-
yourself.
I think I'm just pretty lazy, to be honest. Like, I don't like having to set up for a shower. I don't like being wet afterwards.
What do you mean
I
set up for a shower?
like just take my clothes off.
You were doing that in here 5 minutes ago.
Stop.
So that's not true.
Again, subscribe to our Patreon at Down on the Wire. But
no, it's like a whole ordeal. Like, I have to stop doing whatever I'm doing to take a shower.
yeah.
It's a whole other thing.
Can't be on my iPad in the shower.
You could. There's a thing. So my roommate, he used to bring his phone in the shower. Yeah, and there's like a case you can use.
Why
It's
did
like
he do that?
Why do you think?
Oh. Okay. To play Subway Surfers.
to talk to his mom. So
Okay.
you can do that with your iPod.
Okay.
Yeah, or iPad. So no, but like it's like I don't know. It's like you ever watch Seinfeld?
No.
All right. Well, never mind.
Next topic.
I love showering though. I look forward to it. It's the only reason why I get up because I know I can just go in there,
Okay.
have
the
a
thing
concert
is,
for 30 minutes.
Okay. Let's say the thing is,
I'm a better dancer in the shower. I try to do the same shit when I go out, and it just doesn't translate. But I swear to God, because I film it,
Oh yeah.
and then I'm a much better dancer in there. And then I'd
Subscribe
watch
to
the
the Down
game
to the
film, and I
Wire
try to replicate it
OnlyFans.
in the club, and it's just not.
I think it's just that I don't have a routine. So it's always like I'm caught off guard by the need to shower. It's like now I have to stop what I'm doing to go take a shower because people think I'm greasy if I don't shower after going to the water park for 2 days straight.
You just go back to the water park.
Yeah, exactly. Seasons pass.
Yeah, you do move around a lot, though. We should maybe talk about that.
Yeah.
So you're in Chicago every time I want to talk
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do travel a lot. It's sick. You do a lot of stuff. You were in Chicago a lot. You worked with Fro Skate, did some sick
Yeah.
designs with Fro Skate.
Yeah.
You were just in Europe doing some cool like
Yeah.
underground skate park shit.
Yeah.
You're in New York.
Yeah. I'm at the
You
water
don't look like
park.
someone who can afford all of this. How are you doing all this
That's a pretty
traveling?
interesting question.
Yeah. Why do you travel a lot? Just like
I saved up.
where did you get your money?
Crypto.
Oh, crypto gal.
Yeah. That was a lie.
I know you're lying to
That
me. Yeah.
was a lie. But I do have crypto.
So
but I was
did you
in-
save up for the purposes of traveling or you just had a fuck ton of money?
I
and you're
saved
like,
up to be able to invest in art.
Mm.
I was working in tech for a really long time. And for like 5-6 years maybe.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just not the biggest spender except for traveling.
Save a lot on the water bill.
Exactly. He's good. This guy's good.
Why do you look like you're gonna cry? You're doing great, by the way.
Thank you.
This is probably one of our best episodes.
No way, you're joshing.
Nah, I'm not joshing. Yeah. You look like you sell Zins to high school kids.
I do. That's how I made my
That's how
money.
you made
Yeah.
all your savings and you travel.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you're in Chicago and New York and Europe and all this cool stuff?
It's mostly for art or
That's so ambiguous.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
in
what is-
Chicago, I've only been maybe 2 or 3 times. It was like, why did I go most recently? Oh, I went most recently because I was in a Facebook ad with them.
with Chicago?
Crazy. Them.
With Froskate, we did an
Oh,
ad for
Froskate.
Facebook where we built a really big skateboard and then packed like 10 people on it, and I was one of those people.
Oh, sick.
So Facebook flew me out.
They couldn't
to-
find 10 people from
No,
Chicago.
no.
They had 9 people. Like, we need a 10th.
Yeah,
fucking fly
Meta
Emma
flew
from
me
Ottawa.
out to go stand on that skateboard.
Sick.
The first time was to celebrate the launch of the shoes that we released.
I never saw those.
I was gonna bring them today, but I thought these would be kind of fun.
Yeah, those are good podcasting
Yeah,
shoes.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, how many things can I bring to, like, I don't know. I always have a little knickknack on me. No way.
Are those them?
Yeah.
Those are the shoes?
Yeah, they're really beat up. And like there used to be designs on the bottom, but now my shoes are so dirty that you can't see them. But this is number 69 out of 100.
No, it's not. Let me see that.
Don't smell them.
Did you actually think I was gonna smell them?
Yeah. That's what most people do.
God. I don't need to. That's hilarious. 69 out of 100.
Yeah.
Did
No,
you request
200
for
out of-
69?
Yeah.
You requested for a 69 and they gave it to you?
Mhm. So all the little doodads and all that stuff I did on like the inside of the shoe and whatnot. Anyways, that was last year. And then I went this year for another thing. And we're coming out with new merch soon.
Sick.
Plug, bing, bing, bing,
Sick.
bing, bing, bing.
There you go. There's the promo.
Yeah.
There it is.
And
Europe though.
Europe.
That was like some underground shit you were at.
Yeah, that was for the Copenhagen Open. Also a skate related. I can't skateboard, but I happen to be finding myself in a lot of skateboard related situations.
Mhm.
Anyways, the Copenhagen Open is like one of the biggest skateboard events in the whole world, and it happens every year. And my friend happened to be painting jeans.
Nice dab.
Thank you. For one of the skaters, Deliria, she's from Ottawa.
Yeah,
She's
yeah, shout
painting
out.
jeans for Oski, who is participating in the Copenhagen Open. And I honestly had met her like twice, and then she reached out and she was like, "Do you want to come to Copenhagen with me?" And I was like, "Yeah."
You're that kind of person though. I feel like you're the kind of person people meet twice. And they're like, yeah, I could go to fucking
Yeah.
Amsterdam or where is
Yeah,
it? Copenhagen?
Copenhagen. It was,
Yeah.
and it was awesome. Yeah, it was shocking. We spent like every second. I honestly did not think that I was like the kind of person to be able to spend every second of the day with anybody.
Yeah, because my
But-
biggest thing would be like, that's a long flight. You gotta like sit next to someone you don't know.
Yeah, we happen to be.
That's
on
my
the-
biggest fear, is being in like a car for someone for a long period of time. Like I just went to Boston with my sister and we drove there and I was like, shit, like we haven't spoken that much in a recent. So I was like kind of worried for that drive a little bit, but it was good.
That's weird that that's your biggest fear.
No, like I remember my first girlfriend, she never really like had a good relationship with her dad. And then the first time I met him was he drove us down from Ottawa to Toronto. So it was like a 5-hour drive. And I was so like, I didn't know how to handle the situation. So I sat in the back seat and just fell asleep.
You copped out.
And then I woke up and I was like, nice to see you. And then left.
Was it fun?
I was such a bitch, dude. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Was it fun?
Yeah. I
slept.
love falling
I
asleep
love
in
sleeping.
places I shouldn't be.
Where's the most fucked up place you've slept?
In Copenhagen, it was like an office in Malmo, like this random guy's studio in Malmo, and we didn't have a bed, but we'd been up for like 48 hours or something, so we just like laid a bunch of clothes out that he had gotten in PR, and we just slept on the floor in the back room.
Sick.
And it was like one of the best naps ever. I'm not a big napper. I can't be that vulnerable. I could never.
That's not a nap, dude. You're up for 48 hours. And
It's
you
a
napped?
nap.
It's a 7-hour nap?
When did I say it was 7 hours?
Well, I'm just assuming after 48 hours.
It was like an hour.
Yeah. All right. Well. How we doing on retention rate over there, Colin? We doing good on retention?
Anyways, I like traveling a lot, and I really love Ottawa a lot, but I think that you have to like outsource inspo to be able to bring it back and make this place as cool as elsewhere, because everybody raves about elsewhere, you know, and I don't know what
Elsewhere's
makes
great.
yeah, what makes elsewhere that cool, you know? So
It's not here.
true.
But like, not like, I'm not shitting on Ottawa. It's just everyone's like that. I feel like wherever anyone grows up, they're like, oh,
You're
this
right.
my hometown is
You're
shit.
right.
I'm not from here, and I moved here, and I thought this place was sick, and everyone hates this place. I don't get it, because there's a lot of cool shit going on. But I know what you
know.
mean. Like, you got to go to other places. Like, I don't know. Like,
You got to go to New York.
I do.
We'll do a little field
I
trip.
feel like a fucking fraud right now wearing this jersey.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. God. Where did you buy that? Who sells Osama merch?
I don't want to tell you.
Oh, you bought it direct.
This is actually really old. This is like from when they caught him, I think. It doesn't look old, but it's vintage.
That shirt's hilarious.
It's vintage Osama merch. I got it in Malmo, Sweden.
Sweet. But yeah, no, what I was saying was like, I think like Oh, dude. So City Fidelity, he's an artist from Ottawa, and he says he encourages artists to like move away for like a little bit, even just for a little bit. Like he says, even for like a year or two, because he says when he moved to Toronto, he thought he was like doing cool shit in Ottawa, and then he moved to Toronto, and he was like, you realize these guys rap better than you, they sing better than you, they make better beats than you, they make better music videos than you, and then outside of work, they dress better than you, they're better at basketball than you are. They like fucking, they just have better, like they're just better than you and all. So it just humbles you and it makes you just like a better person. So yeah, I would definitely want to like try and do more shit because
it's good to be uncomfortable. It's good to be in a space where you think that everybody else is like cooler and better than you.
Yeah, something weird about that though. Like I'm always finding myself, like I put myself in a lot of uncomfortable situations. Like I go into stuff and I'm like, I don't want to do this, but I know I have to do it. Like I force myself to. Like I'll book a stand-up set for myself in the future, being like, okay, I have to do it and I can't back out. And literally right up before I go up on stage, I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like I'm not doing it. And then they call my name and I'm like, all right, here we go. And then I just fucking force myself.
Have you ever really bombed?
Last night, yeah.
No way.
I didn't really bomb. Like the punchlines hit, but like the headliner, he's like he's an Arab dude and he's like really, really famous. He's from LA. And his whole crowd was like a bunch of Arab people, which is great. But I went up there and I had a lot of sex jokes off the top.
Oh, no.
And I just got a lot of like disappointed faces. Yeah. And then
don't
all the
do that
punchlines.
over
And then
there.
I got out of the dick jokes and I started doing some of my other shit. Because I'm still so new at it. I don't know when to pivot out of something. Like I don't know when to be like, okay, this clearly isn't, I can't read a room yet. And I'm just like, so when I pivoted out of it, then it was good. But yeah, it started off right, or it started off bad because I was like, yeah, I was just.
Do you ever do crowd work?
Yeah, and sometimes it goes terribly. I have this one thing I do where I ask people in the crowd, I ask one person in the crowd, I'm like, are your parents together? Because I get into like divorced parents jokes. And last night, this girl was like, no, my dad's dead. And I was like, shit. So like, not divorced by choice. And then just crickets. I was like, all right, that was terrible. And then how do you fucking get out of that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you,
Kill yourself. That's how you get out of it. That's how you, on the stage.
On stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but no, it's been good. Like I've had a lot of really good times up there.
You counteract her tragedy with a bigger tragedy.
Yeah.
Did you learn that from your therapist?
Yeah, that's what my BetterHelp therapist told me.
But no, it's good. It's good. But yeah, there's shit like that. I don't know. Even just like I don't know. There's a lot of shit I just throw myself into.
Why didn't I know that you were performing yesterday?
Because I knew I was gonna bomb. I went into it. I was like, this is gonna suck. Because the show is at 6:00.
Ew.
Yeah, who does stand up at 6:00? I
Like
literally woke up from a nap at 6:15.
Oh, you do that? Humble brag.
Dude, I felt like such an old guy. I was watching football and I just fell asleep and I woke up with like shawarma on my stomach and then just like a drink in my
here?
right hand. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I came in here yesterday. He had just like this one chair facing the TV and like a table in front of him and shawarma, but it was like so just like single dad. You know, there's just like
post divorce,
one chair.
like exactly.
One chair in the living room because that's all he needs.
But yeah, I woke up and they're like, "Are you coming?" And it was like 15 minutes late.
Doing what?
I wish I could perform in front of a room of just people like you. My dick jokes would kill. I would just say penis. And look, she can't handle
We were
it.
going over the news.
Yeah, earlier we were like sourcing our news, and she just couldn't handle it. There's a story we're going to talk about penises.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I was reading the like professionally written news article, and every time the word penis came out,
Okay, it wasn't a CNN article. It was,
was
like
Vice.
meant to be silly.
it was Vice. It was like a real article,
Silly goofy.
not just for the word penis though.
What's your favorite word for penis? I like schlong. Don't clip that out of context. But I like schlong.
Jacob Racco loves schlong. You heard it here first. I like cock. I think it's funny.
You like cock?
Yeah.
Wow.
They did that to me.
Oh, Colin. So,
I
Taking the headphones off for the rest of the episode.
I didn't.
is that the sound you make when you see one?
Yeah. I go, awooga, boy.
Oh, like the cartoons, the eyes come
Yeah,
out,
exactly.
oh, and then you start like throwing a hammer on your head.
Exactly.
It's like when a cartoon sees like a sexy woman rock across.
Exactly.
Yeah. Smooth. That was
Yeah,
smooth.
I know.
This is such a visual podcast. Listeners, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm now communicating just with sign language for the rest of the podcast. I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that means?
No.
It means bullshit.
Really?
I swear to God.
Can somebody fact check that?
That's bullshit. Dude, my aunt's deaf.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is. Want me to call her and ask?
Yeah.
She won't know what's going on.
I think deaf
She
people are
is, though.
lying.
She'll get mad. She caught me smoking weed for the first time.
She didn't. Oh, I was gonna make a joke about like how she couldn't smell
She
it.
couldn't
but
tell
that's
anyone.
Yeah.
She can smell.
Jesus Christ.
Is there a word for?
We used to fart in front of her though because she couldn't hear it, so she wouldn't know who did it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. It's so deaf people are easy to prank. It's hilarious. She's awesome though. She's a good sport. I love her.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
You should
Like,
get her on the
"Stop, stop
podcast."
that."
You
And we're
should
like,
get
"No."
her on the podcast.
She can't talk.
Really?
Yeah, deaf people. Have you ever heard a deaf person talk?
I'm talking right now.
They can talk, just they use their hands most of the time.
I also use.
What did you say? I missed that. You want to get into the news?
Yeah.
Let's get into the news. All right. Back page news. Anyone that doesn't know, we got a team of journalists here. We find the weirdest news stories going around the world. We source them. Shout out to Coleman Brown. First headline we got. So, all right. Here's one of the headlines we have, all right? This is a bigger story. There's multiple headlines, but this is my favorite headline of all of them. Your cock is mine now. Hacker locks internet-connected chastity cage. So what's going on is, you know what a chastity cage is?
No.
It's like a thing, it's like a belt kind of. You ever seen The Love Guru?
No.
Okay. None of my references are hitting today. But it's like this guy has like his Johnson caged up.
Okay.
It's like a kink.
Is that your favorite word for cock?
It's my second favorite.
Okay.
Schlong, then Johnson.
Okay.
And then just cock's good.
Okay.
Don't clip that out of context. But yeah, so this maker of a smart chastity cage left users' emails, passwords, and locations exposed. So this hacker, it's like an online thing. So you put this cage on. It's a chastity, but you know what chastity is?
Not having sex.
Fact guy? Oh, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just assumed you weren't gonna know. what the fuck-
I'm familiar with chastity.
No one wants to fuck her.
Don't put that in there.
Yeah, so Cole, so this is like there's like an old school chastity belt where there's a lock and key to access the Johnson.
That was like a misogynist thing, but now it's like a kink thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because previously when you were like married to a lady, as you were only allowed to be in the time when these were popular, you would like lock her business up.
Oh, you locked her up.
Yeah.
I thought it was the guy that got
No.
locked
So
up.
a chastity belt, like you can find like, you know, Victorian ones, and it's just for locking ladies' business up because they can't be trusted with their feminine wiles. And but it kind of morphed. I don't know if it always was also for dudes, but it like chastity belts now, chastity cages now are for like preventing erections. It's like a kink thing.
Oh.
So you lock your fella's business up, and then you get them all turned on, and the blood has nowhere to go, and they like it, allegedly.
Is it like a cock ring?
No.
It's like
It's like a cock ring. Nothing.
It's not on one, This is what it looks like.
Oh,
So you strap that on.
Onto the flaccid business.
okay.
And then if you were to get hard, no, you can't.
Because it keeps it down?
Yeah, it like keeps it. Yes. So people like
Down,
that
boy.
sensation. Christ. So people use this, and part of the thing of it is that you can use internet connected ones to lock up your business, and your partner has control over when you can get hard.
Yeah.
And that's enjoyable for some folks.
It's a kink.
I don't
You
get
have
how
any?
it prevents you from getting hard.
Well, like you can't get hard, but there's no room to grow.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's like imagine a caterpillar stuck in a cocoon, but the cocoon
Okay.
won't break.
Is it a box or is it just something that wraps around?
It looks like that.
It's
I
that.
don't
That's
know
you
what
metal.
it is.
put your pee in there.
Yeah.
It's a box.
It's a metal
box.
box.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And you strap it in there. So these are like digital ones. So there's no key to actually unlock the thing. It's only digital. And this hacker, he fucking exposed over 10,000 people that have this device, and he released their IP address, their actual addresses, their names, and even their GPS locations.
So not quite.
No?
The what this article is reporting is that there's an security researchers, so hackers who like expose flaws in technology that could be
They're good
Exploited.
hackers.
yeah. So what they're saying is if you use this program, this app that unlocks the PP
Right.
cage, you could have all of that information exposed. But we were talking about a case back in 2021. If you want to.
Yeah, so there's this guy from 2021. This is a Vice article. Says we spoke to a guy who's got his dick locked up in a cage by a hacker. So he had one of these.
I just don't get why you need a cage.
What would you do? Like, what is the alternative? You're pissing me off right now.
I just don't-
You want
Like,
your
just-
dick to not ever get hard. What do you want to do? You just fucking push it back down?
I don't know. I don't have one. I don't.
Just think about your dead grandma.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always
Like the
works
good
for
old
me.
days. Or like just don't do anything about it. Okay, whatever.
Just get hard.
Yeah. And okay, not getting into it. Moving on.
So this guy had his hacked by some guy. It was a penis, an internet connected chastity cage. And then he got a message on his app that someone connected to the device and that they had taken control over it. And he thought it was his partner that had taken control over it and was getting a little freaky. So he was actually like getting, he was looking forward to it.
He was getting hard.
He was, trying to. And then he got in quotes here. Initially, I thought it was my partner doing it. It sounds silly, but I got a bit excited by it.
But
And then later he
couldn't.
found out that his partner was like, no, that's not me doing it. And then some hacker just wouldn't let go of the chastity belt. So it was stuck on him. So they had to go get a hammer and try to beat the thing off of him.
Did it work?
So initially he had her try to hammer it off of him first, and then he tried second. Coleman raised a good point. That makes no fucking sense. I would not
Yeah.
like...
Trust somebody else with a hammer around
Yeah.
your cock box.
Your hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so then eventually, they did get it off, but like it scarred him for life, and now he's just not doing
Emotionally or physically?
that. There's no scars physically, but emotionally scarred. Yeah, he was bleeding a bit, but didn't leave any scars because it was
Yeah.
fucking on there. In quotes, I don't have a scar or anything, but I was bleeding and it fucking hurt.
Yeah,
Where was he?
took his little buddy out of commission for a month, he said.
Yeah.
You think he was just too scared to put his sorry.
No, you're good. Finish that sentence.
Do you think he was just too scared to ever put in something else and that's why? I think he was scared.
In case a hacker had control
Yeah,
of his
and-
partner.
I think it's
Exactly.
crazy thought to like think that someone else could have control over
cock
your
box.
shit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
What are your See, this is the part of the news story where
Okay.
you react to it.
Okay.
So, what do
Oh,
you
no.
think? Yeah.
If I was a man, I would never put my cock in a box.
You got to try it.
Have you?
You don't know what you're missing out on.
Fuck. I would, as a woman, would I ever wear a chastity belt?
It's just boxception.
Boxception?
Box within a box.
Well, yeah, what if both partners wear a chastity belt? I think that's what Catholics
And
do
you're just
until
fucking
marriage.
bumping metal.
Yeah.
Just fucking metal
Yeah,
on
so
metal, dude.
people are probably into that.
Yeah.
Not me, though.
Yeah. Do you kink shame? Are you a kink shamer?
No.
You look like you have 80 kinks. How can you be a kink?
I've never indulged. I've never like explored really.
I think it's a shame that this guy has a kink and he's not able to fully like trust it anymore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he's
exactly. It's
scared
a
now to
shame.
like do it. Like imagine you're super into something and then that thing gives
I
you
love
PTSD.
how open he was about this. Like he was talking about his safe word and whatnot, and he's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, he
with
was
it.
yelling out his safe word to his
Yeah,
partner. His partner's
yeah.
like, I'm not controlling the thing.
Yeah.
He's like, Osama. And she's like,
Yeah,
I'm not the one
exactly.
fucking controlling
Wait, that's
it.
my safe word.
Yeah.
I want to know what that phone call sounded like. Can you guys reenact?
What was
it
the
for
phone
me?
call again?
Just like when he got the initial message from the hacker, was like, "I have your cock. Give me $1,000 in Bitcoin."
Did the hacker
or
send a message to him?
Yeah, through the app that controls it. So he was like, "Oh, my partner's fucking around. She is like pretending to be
I would do that.
right." So then he called. So then he called. So then he calls her, being like, "Yo, that's pretty good. What do you want me to do for like,
Osama,
you know, my cock to
Osama.
get back?" Osama, by the way. And then she's like, no, this isn't an Osama situation. This is, we need to go to the hardware store.
So the hacker was asking for how much money?
$1,000 in Bitcoin.
That's not that much.
That's a lot, dude. At that time, 2021?
No, in Bitcoin, not 1,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh.
So $1,000 worth of Bitcoin.
Okay.
It's just because then it's like, what if he doesn't unlock your schlong?
Well, he didn't. So
Yeah.
Buddy sent him the Bitcoin that he had.
And then he still didn't unlock him. He's like, wait, never mind. Give me more.
yeah.
That's why we can never trust. What is that called when people do that?
Lock your dick in a box and hold you for ransom? What's
Yeah.
that thing called? Is there a name for that? Fact
No,
guy. We gotta-
when somebody like threatens you for money.
Extortion, blackmail.
Blackmail. Yeah. Have you ever been blackmailed?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Next story.
All right. Next headline we got.
Wait, hold on. I'm not done.
You have one more thing to say about this? We got more news.
Okay, next story.
No. What are you going to say? It's a dick in the box.
I wonder, why didn't they just call the fire department? Like, I wouldn't trust myself with bolt cutters around a penis.
Yeah, we should mention that. It was a hammer and bolt cutters.
Yeah, I would
They
never.
went to the hardware store. This was a whole mission for these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear I'm never this, like, shy
Dude, I feel
about
bad for this guy because what if this like developed a further? What if this is like furthered his kink? Like he can only get hard if someone
Oh
holds
my
his dick for
God.
ransom and someone hammers away at it.
That's
the
like-
only way he can get hard.
What are you looking at? What's over there?
I was just zooming out. I was dissociating a little bit. No, I was looking at the bottle of wine, the Dolos wine.
Yeah, shout out Dolos.
Yeah, that's nice. No, but that happens a lot where
Did
I
you
think
take your medication before this?
I'm not on medication.
You should be.
For what?
Do you have ADHD? No, you don't. You seem pretty calm.
I think I have ADHD.
Yeah.
But I think everybody thinks that they have ADHD because of TikTok these days.
Yeah, everyone's self-diagnosing themselves.
Yeah. I think I might also have a little bit of autism. I feel like everybody just has like a healthy mixture of everything.
I read this thing.
Yeah.
Coleman, please, fact guy, correct me if I'm wrong. But they don't like to test women for autism because most of them are autistic.
What? That's playing really well with our audience of only women right now.
I swear to God.
No, autistic.
Woman autism.
No, a lot of women don't get diagnosed with autism, but I don't know if it's because they all have autism.
Well, I mean, it's a spectrum, right?
I think
so,
doctors
you
are
can't just be like-
misogynistic.
you can't just be like, I have a little bit of autism. Like it's not like
Right.
a linear
Yeah.
scale. It's just
Right.
like you're somewhere on
Exactly.
that
I
thing.
think unless you can't function, then there's
Okay,
no.
I got my source from the Ruckus podcast, so take it with a grain of salt. But
Yeah, a lot of women don't get diagnosed with autism. Not as much as men, at least. But I feel like women are just like pretty chill socially. Like, I don't know. Never mind.
I feel like they also maybe do those tests like when you're kind of like young and in elementary school, and
Yeah.
like boys in elementary school, like when you look at, like 12-year-old guy like boys, you're like,
Yeah.
there you go. There's a sign.
You
I
look
started
at
to
12-year-old
think.
boys?
I started to think I was a bit autistic because my friend did the RADS test, and he it was like for him he was like, yeah, like I need to get seriously checked out because I scored really high on it, and I was like, what was it? And he was like, well, biggest things for me was I don't make eye contact, I don't like loud noises, and I don't like sticky things. And I was like, that makes you autistic? Because I also don't like those things. So then I was starting to think like maybe I'm autistic.
No, I think that's the case for a lot of like mental illnesses these days. It's like, oh, nobody can read a. Where should I be? Am I looking somewhere where I shouldn't be looking?
No, you're saying to talking to the mic.
Oh, talking.
the
Oh. No, I think mental illnesses these days are like very blurry, and I think as long as you can function, I think it adds a little bit of magic. I don't think anybody is purely normal, and like I think social media just wants to push the narrative that there's something wrong with everyone.
Yeah. It's weird when you hear parents complain about like all like kids being fucked up, but it's like, dude, mom, if you had Instagram when you were 18,
Exactly.
you'd be fucked.
If you had Live Leak when you were 5 years old,
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, we should explain that Racco didn't get on the internet until age 18.
I wasn't on
Live
anything
Leak is
growing
where
up.
you watch like really terrible things.
Oh.
Like people dying. Reddit 50/50. That was a big thing in the
Yeah.
halls.
Oh.
I don't know. I think I was just on the internet at a very young age, and that was just I don't know. I don't think I ended up on Live Leak, but I definitely saw some weird things on the internet.
Yeah.
And I do think that has something to do with mental illness. No,
Oh, yeah.
maybe not. Maybe yes. I don't know.
Well.
Tumblr for sure. Were you on Tumblr?
Ask FM.
Were you on Ask FM?
Oh yeah.
Yik yak.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yik Yak was big. You guys know Yik Yak? Anyone know Yik Yak?
I said it.
It was the app for bullying people. It was anonymous bullying. It was the
Did
best
you
form
get
of
bullied
bullying.
on it?
Did I get bullied on it? Yeah. So if you're not familiar with the app, basically it's just like anonymous, so you can't see it's basically Twitter, but you can't see who's tweeting what. And instead of likes and retweets, it's just up and down arrows like Reddit.
And it's like geolocated too.
Yeah, so it's only people in your area. Like I can't see what people are saying in New York. It's just people from my city. And I was scrolling, like laughing, like people are making fun of people, and I'm laughing at it because they're really good roasts. And then I got to one about me, and it was like, anyone else think Jacob Racco's gay?
No.
Yeah.
That was probably me.
All right, next headline. Headline reads, Ritual Mass Murder Report in Chapel St Leonards was actually a yoga class. So there's a yoga class going down on the main floor of a building, and the lights were out, candles were lit, and all of the students, there's about 7 students in this class, they're lying down with blankets covering them. And the teacher was walking around with a drum, like beating a drum. And
Was
like
she wearing a long flowy shirt?
She was wearing a long flowy shirt. How'd you know that?
Okay. I would just assume that a
Yeah.
mass murderer would be dressed in such.
So then the teacher, she said she's 22 years old, which is insane.
Yeah, no one should be teaching anything at that age.
Yeah, it's crazy. But she noticed a couple people walking their dogs come up to the window, peep in, look a little startled, and then rushed off. And she didn't think much of it. But they called in saying like, hey, there's a mass murdering ritual going on in this place, because everyone's covered in blankets,
Wait,
lights
who
are off,
called
candles
in?
are lit. The people that were walking the dogs that peeped in through the window.
They should not have been doing this on the first floor.
Yeah.
You think it's the yoga class's fault?
What yoga class covers you with a blanket?
Good
though?
question.
You know what I mean? Like usually,
I just wouldn't call into a mass murder even if it was happening, I think.
Yeah, don't fuck with someone's
If it
cult,
was
dude.
real.
Exactly. I would just be like, they're doing their thing.
If someone's doing a cult,
Unless I saw blood, I would just be like, okay, whatever. I think they were fucking prudes or losers if they called into the police after seeing that.
After seeing someone in a flowy dress beat a drum around 7 people passed out?
No,
You'd
you
be
know
like,
what?
let them do their
no,
thing?
You know you, I would have called in. I would have.
Pretty sus.
Yeah, I definitely would have called 911. When was the last time you called 911?
One time I wanted to see if it was real.
Okay.
So when I was a kid, no one was home, and I dialed 911, and they're like, 911, what's your emergency? I was like, and then I hung up, and then they came to the door.
They really do that?
Yeah, they
They're
came.
so dramatic.
Yeah, they came.
Did you know I'm 16 years old?
What prompted you to say that? Why do you think that came out of your mouth just now? What? Can we talk about it?
Next headline.
You're talking about 2 sentences.
We were talking about calling the police, and then you said you're 16 years old.
Do you need to call someone right now?
Next headline, please.
Next headline. We just started this one.
Cockatoo went really fast on a skateboard the other day. And the guy- What's happening? What's happening?
What the fuck? Do you feel like a 16-year-old?
I feel like I stopped growing when I was 12.
Physically or mentally?
Both.
Mm.
You?
I feel like I'm a 72-year-old.
I can
Mentally.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna cut this?
No.
A scientist determined to name Sprenica's dead.
What?
She's reading one of the ads.
Just an ad. I had to call 911 recently because a guy living below me set his apartment on fire.
On purpose?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah. He got his kids taken away from him, and he was really stressed out about that. So he listened to Zombie by the Cranberries for 4 hours at midnight, and then set all of his stuff on fire and burned his apartment down.
And you live above him?
Mm-hmm. I lived above him.
It's a tough way for you to meet my uncle, man. I'm so sorry about that. It's a shitty situation. Way to bring the
my
mood
apartment
down.
my apartment was fine. We just moved out because Jesus Christ. But yeah, he
Because
shattered
of
the
Jesus
window.
Christ?
Yeah, he shattered the window and ran away. So there's a video somewhere out there,
No.
and I don't have it, and
Was
it
this
will
in
haunt me
Ottawa?
to my day. Yeah,
I love Ottawa.
It's great.
it's great.
Wow.
Okay, one thing I wanted to talk about this though, because it seems very culty.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a yoga class. It seems like some cult shit going down in there. How do you feel about cults?
Love cults. I started a cult.
You did? Same.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? What are you
doing? I started a cult. It was a celibate cult.
Most of them aren't.
Yeah.
I feel like most of them, they're just trying to fuck everyone's wife.
Yeah. You
That's what cults are for.
also, so we would have to build a city to create this cult. Everybody would live in a tree, so the city is a forest.
Oh, I like that.
So you thought about starting a cult?
How's
Yeah.
the room on the card now?
We ran out of space, Emma. The card died on us. So quick disclaimer. The audio is going to be camera audio for the rest of this episode. It's going to sound like shit, but you're going to want to hear about this cult. So,
And
Let's
you're
go.
going to want to join too.
yeah.
Is this working?
You didn't actually
No, I have a few members, but
Oh, okay.
What are their names and addresses?
I'm not sending you that.
What's your SIN number?
44455. I don't know it off the top of my head. I would have told you it right now if I did. I know there's a 304 in there. I wish I knew it off the top of my head.
on the back of your credit card?
Uh,
Sweet.
You're fucked for that.
So you like cults? You're pro cult?
I love a cult. I love a cult. I don't like it when they take it too far. I think that's distasteful. But
is it really a cult though? If you're not, taking lives
I
and
like
fucking
people
lives.
coming together. I was thinking of going to church recently.
That's a cult.
Yeah. But just like to hang out with people in the building and like
He's doing church.
You know that one?
that's my favorite song.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Forever and ever. It's my second favorite. You don't know church?
No, I've never been.
Oh, okay.
Fake fan.
I'm Muslim.
No, you're not. You're drinking right now.
No. But my family's from a Muslim country.
Is it?
Turkey.
Is it? Yeah.
I'm not Muslim though. But
No,
I'm
I
thinking
know.
of going to church.
Like right now?
Yeah, after this, I'm gonna need to. I love churches.
All right, next headline. This is our last headline.
Do you want to go to church after?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little midnight mass.
Hold on, I didn't finish my cult story.
Okay.
I'm trying to recruit you right now.
You know
Okay,
I'll be
so
a-
everybody, it's a forest. Everybody lives in a tree.
I don't like the forest. I'm lost. I'm not a big cottage guy. I hate bugs. I like to shower.
That's why
I'm a
you
city
need this.
guy.
That's why you need this.
All right.
And everybody gets a chip in their brain. And nobody in the cult is allowed communicating with words. Your aunt would love this.
I know she'd love it. She'd be good at it. Yeah.
And only the cult leaders can send messages to everybody in the cult through their brain chips.
Yeah.
And
Where's the selling point?
It's just a really nice community.
What kind of activities do you offer?
No, everybody's celibate.
Right. I didn't say what kind of sex can I have. I said what kind of activities do you offer.
Archery.
I was just gonna say archery. I'm sold.
So, yeah, archery.
So we're in a forest. We're chipped up. Can't talk. Can't have sex.
Really good at bow and arrows.
And so we're gonna use you guys also to test things.
So you're gonna use us.
Yeah. To test the forefront of technology, medical technology, by sending you updates through your brain chip. Like, let's say everybody's stressed. We make them play Subway Surfers in their head. I mean, next subject. It all made sense to me before.
You said to say it out loud.
I know.
It
I was
doesn't make
thinking,
sense,
I
yeah.
know, it doesn't make sense.
You're close.
Something is there.
Close.
I know I have it written down somewhere.
Yeah, I think you need to get rid of a few things.
Like what?
The celibacy thing, you're gonna miss a lot of people on that. Unless you're trying to get born again Catholics, which might be the best way to go.
Doesn't seem like. Sorry. Doesn't seem like much would change for you.
That would have been awesome if you didn't hesitate. The timing was almost good. Like that was almost a perfect roast. You know, playing respect, huh? Ronnie Dangerfield.
I want a time when the silence hits and you don't break
I know.
first.
I'm trying. I'm waiting. Every time there's been silence, you break it.
And that's our show, folks.
Thanks for listening to the Down the Wire podcast. Emma, this was an episode.
This was one of the episodes of all time. for sure.
This was an episode.
I'm not done.
Therefore, down to the wire means the very last possible moment or to the very end.